Hey, what's up, guys? Today is here, finally here. I got us guest in the background, and I am literally back up and running with DTV. And my special guest is in the background, guys. All his videos everywhere. He is a crazy guy. Yeah, all right, he's really good. He's got one of them big, fast punches. Now, last time I heard, he can actually break a punch bag with 1 inch punch, I think. Last time I heard. Okay, he's a really good film actor. He's always in a hyper positive mood. But first of all, let me say hi to the audience. Hi to the audience. Hi, Nigel Potter. I'm great. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking. Guys, can you please shout out Nice and Wide and Fast Wide? Because this guy is an absolute legend. He is a movie actor. He's worked in a lot of movies. He has done back scenes to gain front scenes on camera. He's my man. He is my pump. He is my crazy. But the first thing I'd like to say, welcome to John Nicholas Show of DTV. And it's crazy moments like this that makes you giggle. So, and he's laughing in the background because he knows he's got a bit of a giggle here. I want you guys to come and join, share as much, get infos in there. This guy has been on the World Guinness record. He has been a kung fu kick-ass guy, which, he's actually really talented. He's got the brains. I'm sorry, but you have. But his missus is nice. His family's friendly. I respect them all. But tonight, guys, I'm going to bring him on because I got no backup here, guy. I don't know where all my backups here, but I got my mods. Welcome, mods. And I just want to say, share it as much as you can because this guy's even been on stuff like the Phenomenon. He's done stuff like crazy. He is a bloody crazy guy with good stunt martial arts. Do you know the Infinity? I think it's Infinity Project. He's done a lot with friends with Craig and oh my days. It's so much I cannot talk properly. Okay, all right. So give me a minute. But I had him on my show before. Okay, he's probably gonna giggle at me. Just to let you know. So anyway, let's bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you John.
Hey,
hi, John.
Brother, how you doing?
Hey, man, how you doing, brother? How you doing? It's been a while.
Yeah, you're right. It's been a long time. I miss you, bro. I miss you. I've seen you on social media. And we've been on and off. We've been in touch, brother. And but it's been good to see that things are moving right along for you and just nothing but happy feelings there. That's great.
Oh, dude, social media is one of the biggest thing about is having a laugh on it, but you do get the one and odd two bits and but then that's what you get in media. Like you say, it's always a stepping stone right there for us sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're coming back.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. You know what? Somebody just jumped into the scene here. Oh my goodness. This is Amelia. Hey, Amelia. Say hi to Drew.
Hey, Amelia.
She likes to be nosy. She likes to see what's going on. She's gonna be the show. She's moving around everywhere. But yeah, brother, you know what? It's been a long time. We're all going through the same thing. We're every single day we are living this life of during the pandemic and being cautious of COVID-19. It's changed everybody's lifestyle. You know what? And this is my feeling on that is, I'm in the business of helping people protect themselves and protecting other people. And so I feel that I have a responsibility to do whatever I can to make sure that that I'm following those guidelines and I'm doing everything that I can and within my means, and then setting that example for others. And just out of amazing things occur out of a challenging situation or diversity. So great stuff happens. From these very, very difficult times. I mean, look at here. I'm on DTV, but you know what? I'm gonna brag to you. Hey, but I'm on DTV right now.
Dude, you're on the legend DTV. A lot of people have been talking about us. We have had like a load of movie preps messaging us and a load of movie people like yourself, actors and artists, saying, "Hey, can we come on DTV?" Or I message them. I even messaged Steve-O. You know Steve-O from Jackass.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
messaged him.
yeah,
He's a brilliant guy. Then I've been trying to get out of Canna. Oh my god, Canna Reeves. It's still really hard to get out of that guy.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
we're getting somewhere because we had a few good, proper actors, messengers, and movie stars. We had a few play back, and one of the guys we actually messaged was what was it now? I know I messaged quite a few of them. It's loads of them. We literally had a list full, and we just been racking it down, just whapping it, and we're trying to get all the producers as well. And sadly, I have to take time away due to the fact of my illness took over. But we all get better than
Sorry about
this.
that.
Don't worry about it. It's life. That's how it works. But yourself, you know, you give me your time to come on DTV once again. The super legend. I can't believe I was looking for your film today on Amazon or somewhere. I can't find it at the moment. I'm struggling to find it. You know the
Yeah,
Affinity project movie you
yeah,
made?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where can I
So
find it?
okay, I mean, it should be on Amazon Prime. So, and I'll see if I can find a link and I'll send it over to you.
That'd be
But
great.
yeah, the Infinity Project. Yeah, it's you know, these are the times right now where you have to reflect on on our blessings, on things that we're grateful for. And let me tell you,
Definitely.
we got a lot of them, brother. We got a lot of them. And in terms of the industry, this year, I had the opportunity to work with Keanu Reeves, Tom Hardy, Billy Bob Thornton, Woody Harrelson, big names like that, Hollywood A-listers, and as well as some incredibly talented, more regional actors here in California that are just absolutely, amazing. So I've had the great, honor of doing that this year, and during the pandemic, there's that window. We had a window of roughly about a month. It was like 3 weeks to about a month where we were
Oh,
given the green light to film. So we were able to film Demon Fighter, which I had the lead role, and this team, CRA Entertainment, and them,
I know him.
yeah, exactly. The team there. Absolutely amazing experience. This movie is due to come out first quarter of the year, which within the first 3 months of this coming year. We'll
Oh,
let everybody know about that. I'm sure there'll be big plug for this one. It is by far my most challenging role to date, in terms of acting and action and everything, just all pulled into one movie, one project. Wow, it's so, you got to count our blessings. We have to be thankful for the things that have been good in our lives. you know every day when I get up in the morning, the first breath I take, I open up my eyes. That's a good day right there. That's a good day. And I deal with it whatever I want to at that point. But yeah, Drew.
you must have been like so happy because you had that green light and doing demon. I can never say it properly today. This is how much hyper I am. Being ADHD is annoying because it gets you like blah 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 blah.
Don't, no
you just
worries,
see,
brother.
you
No
should have
worries.
seen me. I was bouncing off the walls today. I well not bouncing, but my wife was like, I can't cope with you today. Can you just pack your bags and get out of the house so I can have my peace and quiet? So
No.
that's what's happening.
Well, come
So
on over here to California, buddy.
I will. I will. So I'm gonna, like I said, with the demon things, is it got some of your martial arts, amazing martial arts techniques in it as well? And like, do you actually go after the demons in his films? Is it actually demons involved in this
you,
film?
you know, um, I can't reveal too much. But let me
Ah,
just let me just say this. You know, the title of the film, Demon Fighter, it says it all. You're
it
gonna
does.
have you're gonna have a film that that has a complex. Well, I don't want to say complex. A very intriguing storyline. You have characters in there that are crucial to the plot, and the and this is what I love. You know, I love films that really are practical in their use of every component. So in other words, if it's a fight scene, these guys are taking some big hits and punches. These guys are rolling around on the ground, and these guys are saying, give me a moment to catch my breath because you just knocked the wind out of me. These guys are amazing. These guys are amazing stunt fighters that I had the privilege to work with. The makeup artists, unbelievable makeup
I
artists
wonder.
attached to this project, and they do practical makeup. So what you're seeing is nothing CGI. What you see is what you get, sort of thing. And
Like
and then
FedEx then, like they use in FedEx makeup stuff then.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So the FX makeup is phenomenal, but that doesn't make a film. What makes the film is one, that storyline, the direction, and the quality of the actors. Extremely talented actors, and again, I bow to them. Every time I worked with them, I had my notebook out and I was taking notes. Okay, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you're supposed to deliver that line. That's how you're supposed to prepare, for the scene. So that's what you're supposed to do. And every day was an education. And so I'm really excited for this film to come out. I really, really am, simply because um, I just don't know. I'm excited to see how people are going to perceive it. Now, just like any film, some people will love it, some people will hate it, some people will be, you know, indifferent about it. It'll be kind of like, oh, okay,
I'll be
whatever.
looking. I'll be looking forward to it. I would be
Yeah.
because I'll be like turning my light off, having my munchies, whatever you want to say. I gotta be careful because my wife, when I get a bit scared, sometimes my wife will bring out a whip, so I gotta be careful. Okay, but she she's got a habit of like scaring me sometimes. I tell you, I might see I might see the word dead people, but she does scare me sometimes, okay? So, but when I watch your film, she probably would actually. No, no, she probably, yeah, definitely would. But when that film comes out, I know for a fact it's going to be good because I seen some of your movie clips as well,
Oh, thank
some
you.
of the nice fighting ones as well, and I was like saying to Taylor, I wish I could be that stuntman because your punches are like the most lethal punches, like Lily start off like Bruce Lee's punches, obviously because I know what I'm talking about there at the
Yeah,
moment. You've
yeah.
got that because you're that fast by punching.
You know, you
Um,
Drew, you bring up such a good point, and because you're a martial artist too, and
yeah.
and this is gonna reveal obviously my age, but um, 2021 next year will be my 40th year in martial arts, 40.
Oh,
So I've been doing this for a long time, but it's a part of my everyday, and I credit my teacher. First of all, I credit my parents because, I had the desire, I had the passion for it. So, you beg your parents, please, 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 I want to take martial arts. So my parents provided the opportunity for me to do that. But then from that point on, my teacher, senior, Grandmaster Richard Lee has been, the guiding force. So
Mr. Richard Lee.
yeah, I credit him for providing me with the tools that I need in order to be successful in whatever I pursue. So every time I am able to achieve an opportunity to be in a film project, I really thank him because it's really it's his guidance and his laying down the foundation of just determination and just keep don't stop, just never give up and
Just
just go for
yeah.
it. And and I know it's true because Drew, just martial arts is far beyond who can beat up whom, you're doing that sort of thing. It's way beyond that. It's neat to be able to manipulate your body in a way so that you can make certain movements work, imitate certain animals, you know, mantis, style and whatnot. There's so many different styles of
Yes.
martial arts, but it's obviously all the other aspect of it, the laying down of the foundation of of absolute confidence and self-esteem and challenging you in ways that it's difficult to be challenged in any other ways, because you challenge yourself intellectually, you challenge yourself emotionally, you challenge yourself physically, and in martial arts they always say mind, body, spirit, and you can't do one without the other. And let me tell you, buddy, martial arts has saved my life in so many ways, and not just the actual, somebody's trying to hurt me. Because, buddy, without going into any stories, I've had my life threatened many times. So I've been in physical confrontations where people are trying to ultimately hurt me, and martial arts was there for me to preserve my life. But then just other things, when life is tough, it's provided me with the tools of being able to deal with the hardest hardships rather, that one experiences, losing people in your life and whatnot. It's
Yeah.
there. It's just always there for us.
It
Um,
just takes the motion out of you, doesn't it? Really, the martial arts just gives you that mindfulness, how to release that negative energy inside you, to release it out and do it in a different way, as long as it's done in a special mannered way, I should say, in a
mm,
special mannered way, you can solve that emotion. My instructor was always amazing.
mm,
My actual original instructor was Rob Harris, and Grandmaster Alan.
wow.
Um, they were amazing instructors as a kid. When I suffered with suicidal problem, I had a few toad offs. Um, but they were kind of like really my type of mentors for me, because I've learned how to express that, and I know exactly where you're coming from,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
our body, mind, and spirit is the most important thing. How to proceed on in further lives. All right, I might make silly things, being ADHD is the one thing. When you wind up in ADHD, they say silly stuff, and that's where people go like, "But this is not excuse." It actually it's not excuse, but it is my actual meaning of it. This is what it does.
And
You
then
know,
what's my excuse then?
your
Because
your excuse, your
I
excuse,
do the
you're
same
just a
thing.
wildcat. You're a wildcat. That's what your excuse is.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Uh,
I'm glad you're bringing that up, buddy, because that's another area that martial arts does address. Those that suffer from extreme debilitating anxiety, those that suffer from clinical rather depression, those that suffer from like you said, and I know it's definitely a topic that people don't like to discuss, as a taboo subject, but suicide, and all those
Hello, you beautiful.
somebody had to get into the shot.
She had to,
So
didn't she?
yeah,
She was like, "I
I
want a
think.
bit of camera fame."
Hey, Amir, how you doing? But yeah, it's she's playing with my camera right now. Um, it's it's all those things. She's actually biting my camera.
Oh, no.
It's all those things where we ourselves are not equipped to handle all of the in enormity of life, just life in general, day-to-day life. Like I said, it gives you tools, and it gives you tools to arrive at solutions. And the one thing, Drew, man, if probably the worst feeling that anybody can have, in terms of somebody feeling very anxious and having a panic attack, is losing self-control. So
Mm.
when you start to feel like you're losing self-control, it's like the worst feeling in the world. And and let me reveal something to you, buddy. When I was younger, a child to early teens, I suffered from debilitating anxiety. So when people approach me and ask me regarding that, they're hearing it from somebody who has been plagued with it. And let me tell you, I mean, it was a situation where I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't go outside and play. I couldn't do all the things that just a regular kid
Can
could
do,
do.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I said, it was debilitating. So I understand. I understand the feelings. I understand the sense of just feeling like you're just losing control. And there's no worse feeling than that. But but again, through years and through my training and through the guidance I received and the tools I received, little by little, I put myself in a position of control. I did have self control, and when things got tough, I had the tools to manipulate me out of that feeling. And a lot of it is breathing. It's just because it all stems from how we breathe. Because when we breathe correctly, we oxygenate our blood
Yeah.
that runs throughout our system, and that is the catapult used to the first step of self control. And it can be used for anything. I mean, it can be used for anything. But I'm glad that you bring it up because it's something that a lot of people don't like to talk about, and I think that a lot of people do suffer, and I,
It's
I,
true.
I, I believe everybody has something, and and it's difficult to know, well, and it's hard to express it, because of our pride, because of our ego. It's hard to say, hey, something's wrong, something's not right. It's hard to subject yourself to that vulnerability, and then to things we talked about before the show, buddy. Then we put ourselves in position of being judged. We put ourselves, just the fact that you and I do what we do right away, people are going to form an opinion about us. And okay, fine. And like I said, it could be good, it could be bad, it could be like, I don't care about this
I
guy.
know, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
The one thing I hate about social media is even if they say, "Oh, why are you kicking off on social media?" They make you look out to be the bad guy because they can't
Mhm.
understand you, and that's the one thing I hate about social media
Mhm.
is they don't get the full story. They think, "Oh, he's kicking off," da da da, and that's what I get a lot. That's what I get a lot
Mhm.
because I can't express my emotions. I get wound up, and sometimes I say stuff which no one can understand it. One of them was, um, oh, was it? I can't word things straight when I'm in an angry mood. I always say it backwards instead of forward. So
Yeah.
I've learned now. My wife, we well, me and my wife, and I gotta say to the sorry, I gotta mention this. Are you okay for me to mention this as well? So
I-
the thing I showed you earlier on, I just
yeah.
want to say to the 81 supporters, which is a club, an MC club. Big thank you to them as well. Seriously, all their pages amazing from different countries to America to California, also, and also to Egypt and also United Kingdom. Thank you for literally being a big supportive there.
Mhm.
But yes, now let's get back into this one. The bigger the bigger problem with me is on social media, I express my emotions, and sometimes I can angle certain things in different ways. So I'm like
Yeah.
you. I suffer with major bad anxiety. I can't leave the house anymore.
Mhm.
My mate from Wales, he's on about after the lockdown done, because we're on a lockdown.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
come down. He's gonna come down and chill out with me, and then try and get me out of the house. And hello. So this is a really hard time talking about the subject,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
it's one of the things for people like myself and like others out there. The ones that are the worst anxiety, the ones that are going through hard time emotions, no matter what, if they don't work or do work, it's amazing. I mean, something that's badly affected them is something absolutely uh sorry, my head just went blank.
No, that's okay,
went
brother.
went a bit crazy. Um ah I done
No,
it
no,
again.
but I totally understand, buddy. I totally understand what you're saying
Yeah.
because this time that we're living in right now, for those that do suffer, anxiety, they suffer clinical depression. It just it amplifies it. It just makes it worse. It makes the situation worse. What can you do about it? Well, I mean, probably I've had a lot. I think I had mentioned to you. Um, there was a period of my life that what I did, uh, I used to patrol the Golden Gate Bridge. And
Oh
have you
wow.
ever heard of the Golden Gate Bridge, brother?
It's very famous on every single movie I know out there. It's very famous on every
Exactly.
single movie.
Exactly right. So I used to patrol it, and I used
Wow.
to discourage people from considering hurting themselves or possibly jumping. And it has been everything from simply talking to somebody, just saying, "Hi, how are you doing?" to physically grabbing them when they're like in the middle of just running and jumping, physically grabbing them, tackling them down to the ground, and sustaining them until security came and escorted them off the bridge because it's a mistake. To do that is is a mistake to do that. I understand the thought process. I understand the the hopelessness. I understand that. It's a subject very close to my family's history. So that I know all well. And all I was able to do is try to, as within my means, prevent that. And it's funny because you talk to people and you ask them what would have stopped you from possibly considering that, and the answer is very consistent. I just needed somebody to just check in and see how I was doing because it felt like nobody really cared. And it was nothing more than just saying, "Hi, how are you doing?" It would have been nice if somebody just waved hi at me. you know and and it's amazing. We can be the component of how somebody's day is, because we go to the store, and there's the checker that's taking you through, and
Yeah.
taking you, whether it be a market or wherever. And because they're trained to do so, sometimes they ask you, "Oh, how was your day?" and that sort of thing. But when you beat them to the punch, you say, "How are you doing? How are you doing?" And they're sometimes they're kind of shocked because they're kind of an automatic pilot because it's just part of their job. And you ask them, "How are you doing?" And thank you for working during this time, because of you, I'm able to buy my groceries. I'm able to buy the stuff, and you're putting your
Yeah.
life on the line doing this every single day. Day in, day out, for hours at a time. Wearing a mask. We complain about wearing a mask. These guys are doing it for 8 hours plus. So I never complain about it.
I
Uh,
do feel sorry for the shopkeepers.
yeah,
Definitely feel sorry for them because they are right out there in the middle of this pandemic, making sure we get our supplies,
yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah, you're
that's
right. You're right. Exactly right. And they're making sure that we're getting what we need. So that's hats off. Hats off.
definitely
Yeah,
agree.
you got to give credit where credit is due, brother.
I'm actually going to give a massive credit to I respect NHS, which is the medical service down in the UK.
Mhm, mhm,
They doctors and nurses in hospitals.
mhm.
Um, I got credit for them, but I want a massive credit to carers who work in at homes, public carers, where they go to people's homes.
Yep.
Massive, massive um, shout out to community carers out there and also nursing homes for literally they are putting their life on risk, and I don't think anyone is noticing that. They credit in the NHS and nurses and doctors, but they didn't credit any outside healthcare,
Yeah.
like carers, because carers are the first line defense before NHS and paramedics. They're
Yeah.
the ones that actually on the first offence. When coronavirus were released, thousands of carers actually reported in with a corona, and I felt
Wow.
sorry for them.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 You're right. And again, give credit where credit is due. These people are, definitely putting their lives on the line so that others
definitely.
can survive, so others can have the basic necessities of life. That's hats off. Just respect and hats off to everybody that's a part of that. I appreciate that very much.
Definitely. I do too, believe it or not. Well, before we do anything else, now, oh my god, I am just watching John on YouTube. LOL, how bloomin' freaky that was.
Are you serious? Who is that?
Literally, that is Kirsty Coles. Are you
How do you
still
do
with us,
that?
Kirsty?
Wow. Thank you.
Now,
I,
if you
that's
all
very, that's very
if you all
kind.
know John, if you don't know John, John has been on the world's Guinness record for the most fastest punch in the world. Um, what was your fast punch? What was the record?
It's in American standard, it's 43.3 miles per hour. Now, it doesn't sound fast. You got to go, wow, really? But think about this. You're some of the fastest punchers in boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is one of the fastest punches in American boxing, and he was clocked at 26 miles per hour. So I was able to bump it up a little bit more. So yeah, and yeah, it was something that I did, and we talked about this last time I was on your show.
We
The
did.
reason for my even attempting that sort of record was to bring attention to a child safety program that we had at my school, and that was all the kind of resources were going towards that. So that's the only reason I did it. But I'm glad I
I
did.
think I think that's still amazing. I think that is still amazing what you've done it for, though. So Kirsty is saying, "I'm still here. Hey, John and Drew, how are you both? I'm doing okay. John, it looks like he's doing amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now,
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, how could I not? I'm on DTV. DTV.
at the moment, we are dropping down to less viewers, but it doesn't matter because we're not we don't mind that. But we do love to have them. If they could build out share wide, tell 'em, John, to share it out there. Go on town, go crazy with it. Um, now, what else movies? I know we talked about it last time, but I think it's nice to actually hear it from you. What else movies have you been in? Just to give the people a little
Yeah.
introductions to you.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, this month, or pardon me, this year, has been. I was fortunate enough to be casted on Matrix 4. So that's going to be for all the Matrix fans out there, and the Keanu Reeves fans. It's going to be an amazing film. Obviously, there's not a lot I can say about it, but being on set was an absolute. When you think of big Hollywood blockbuster film, and being attached to that, yeah, they went all out, and some of
Wow.
the stunts that were done, again, you're going to see very little CGI and very real practical stunts that involve car chases, and helicopters. It was just craziness. It was craziness. So Matrix, Venom 2, with Tom Hardy and Woody Harrelson, had the good fortune of being there. Um, Again, we talked about Demon Fighter. So Demon Fighter,
Yeah.
was a film that we just did. What I've got coming up down the bin, I've got a few projects coming up. Again, because of COVID, a lot of projects have been put on the back burner, and everybody, and it's just like what we're going through right now. They'll give you that window of, okay, you can start filming now, and then as things got worse, they're putting the brakes on it, and they said, okay, now you know what, stop production, stop production. People are really doing the best they can on set. A lot of the requirements for even being on set would be that every person working has to have had a COVID testing, and then you observe all the just social distancing, and wear your mask, and all those things. But when you're in front of the camera, mask has to come off. You're interacting with somebody close. You have to do what you have to do. But they're doing
You
the
have
best.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing the best they can. Coming up, I've got some projects coming up. I've got a lead role coming up for next summer. It will be kind of possibly. I don't want to say too much. A part 2 of Demon Fighter.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's going to be, a continued story of Father Michael, which is the character I play in there. Which again, Father Michael is a person that had probably the roughest upbringing that anybody can have, and he's a fighter. He's a physical fighter. So he does underground fights, and whatever he wins, money he wins, he donates it to whatever charitable cause. So it's him kind of, he's done a lot of bad things in his life also, so it's his way of showing penitence and giving back, and trying to right his wrongs, because he's dealing with a lot of demons himself. But I've got that one coming up, hopefully scheduled for the summer. And I don't want to, there's a possibility, I'm just there's a
Come on, give
possibility.
us a leak.
There's a possibility that this coming year, Zorro may
Shut up.
be, yeah, and they're considering me for the lead role on that. So, so again, everything's being worked out. They're going through the process. There's no guarantees. But I've been approached regarding the lead role for Zorro. So
I reckon you'd be cool as Sarah. I reckon you'd be great. You got the skin for it, the body for it.
I got the Spanish background, so
Yeah.
I can speak the language. So yeah, so yeah, along with other projects, there are definitely some other projects that are coming up. And so 2021 should be a pretty exciting year in terms of
It's gotta be.
film industry
It's
stuff. And yeah. Just again, just one of the things where you just kind of, you cross your fingers and hope everything plays out well. Anything can happen. Just, there's so many projects, big Hollywood projects that they have everybody that they want in place, and for whatever reason it just doesn't happen. And so there's so many parts and pieces to making a movie go from concept to big screen. There's a lot that goes on to it. So yeah. So I hope it all comes out.
it should comes out. It should comes out, man. I hope it does. Now your student is on. Is it Marine or
Marie, hey Marie, how you doing, Marie? Good to see you.
She said, "This is our wonderful master, John." So your student is a master. You're one of your students.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you on DTV. Welcome to DTV. I hope you like it. We call it DTV or Drew TV, but it's crazy. I'm just going to do this one more time. So if you guys are watching, my name is Drew. I'm the owner of DTV and Drew TV. This is John, who is a movie actor, also known as KO School, martial arts school in Kung Fu, if I'm correct.
Yes, KO Kung Fu. KO Kung Fu.
Yeah,
Yes.
KO Kung Fu. And I am literally the one and only Drew. Hey, Drew! DTV type of style. It's gone crazy. I know. I got my own tune today, guys. I got my own tune today. I'm in that much of a good mood. A lot of things have been happening for DTV. We had some time off. We took time away. We pushed all that negative away. We had some people giving it whatever. We just don't care. We just want you guys to be happy for entertainment. So DTV is now being broadcasted into like a big broadcast shows. We're aiming to make our DTV into an actual business full on TV show. But that's taken a little bit of a while because obviously the COVID-19 stuff and all that is messing about with our time. So it is annoying, but we are aiming for the future to be good. Now, we're also going to get back in. We like to interview actors, martial artists, horror films, to soppy films, to anything's crazy and funny and lovable. I don't like doing lovable much. I'm going to find a woman to do that sort of stuff. Can you imagine just sitting there, just listen? I love this person because this film. Nah, I won't cope with that. I'm sorry, but
That's funny. That's great.
Can you imagine? I'm in love with you, Juliet. Juliet, why should I be in your arms or should I be down in hell? Yeah, definitely hell. Oh my god, I think people thinking, Drew, you're flaming crazy, mate.
Hey, that's not a bad thing, brother. That's not a bad thing.
Hey, you could put me on one of your shows, okay, right? You could put me on one of your shows. You can use me.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to film up over in the UK. I would love to film over there.
I'm gonna break it out to you, man. So basically, in 2021 to 2022, I'm taking some of my GCSEs, so my exams from the back of my childhood, because I failed some of my stuff I want to do, so I'm retaking them. But that's easy work in the end. The other bit is in 2021 or 2022, roughly about there. I think it's more 22 or anything, but I'm actually going to be aiming to do a movie because I'm in the middle of writing a script out for Viking Story. And
wow,
yes,
nice.
I've gone that way. I still do my paranormal, but I came up with an idea and I said, hey, should we just do that? So we've been in contact with a lot of people I know who does Viking acting and who does all the equipment, and they decided, oh, we'll come and help you. It's a project for free for the time being. If we get anywhere in the future, who knows? It's a profit for them in the future, and that's how we said it. I don't mind discussing this on the live because this is an idea I had, and I said, hey, I know a lot of contacts in movies producing, and I said, if I need to speak to them or they could point me the right way. So I'm going into university doing my diploma in filming. So it's a diploma in filming. Now, I've been watching a lot of people and saying, hey, just do it. Go and do it. No, you need to do this. In the UK, we just like to get stuff done a little bit properly. So then you got that bit of record behind you. So I said to my wife, hey, can we just get a new camera? And said, how much is going to cost me? So in my money, it's like £1,000. So I was like, holy crap, okay. For a good camera, for a big camera you want. Now we can get like a second one for £1,000 at nearly $2,000. So that's like nearly $3,500. Nearly $3,500.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So it's quite crazy how we do this. I just gotta quickly say this. Hey, Paul Blake. This is John Paul Blake from another paranormal team I work with. So I just want you to say hi to him. He's a good friend of mine.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
But yeah, this is what we've been doing. So me and my wife have been talking. So we've been speaking to all these people. If you want to come and join in, come down to the UK, sort you out. My house is your house. We can learn some people can learn some martial arts from you guys in a freaking way.
Absolutely,
Get them
absolutely.
on the floor.
I mean, why not? You know, I've taught. You know, I've taught just about everywhere. So
Well,
absolutely.
well, if you come down, you get to teach me. But I don't know if I'll be in a wheelchair yet or
Oh, we
what's
can't
going
have
on.
that. We cannot have
So
that happen, really. So you
no,
have to do what you need to do to try to make sure that you can be a young man, which you are. You're a young man, so
we're trying. We're
yes,
trying.
keep that going, brother.
Paul said it's nice to meet you. Charlie says hello as well. So Charlie said
Hello.
hello
Good
to
to see
you
you.
as well. Hi, Charlie. Now, oh my days, I'm gonna be cheeky and go like this. I'm gonna come and buy one of your t-shirts and order it from the UK and get it down here. I'm actually gonna do that, and I'm gonna be cheeky because I'm gonna wear it and boast it out there. I'm gonna say this guy's a legend. He's a movie actor. You actually got a big JoJo. You actually have. You got a big JoJo. I actually looking through one of your pics. Your club is quite big, and I was like, whoa, okay. He means business in his martial arts.
Well, it's funny you say that because I've had my school. My school's KO Kung Fu. I've had it for 31 years. It's going to be 32 years coming up. In 2021. And it's funny because you know I feel so fortunate to be in the position I'm in, where you can help people. And it's people. It's everything from 3 to my oldest student one time was 90 plus years old, and so and everything in between. Regardless, you're helping a process where you're enriching a life. So we all do this for a reason. I mean, we started doing this because we saw somebody in the screen that just said, whoa, who's that? Who I want to do that. I want to be that. And that's how it starts. That's the seed. That's the seed that's planted. For me, back in my day, it was Bruce Lee. And after all of these decades, that's still the man, Bruce Lee.
Still the man.
He's still the man. And so and I remember I remember so vividly of when I first saw Bruce Lee on the screen. I was really, really young. I mean, I was probably about 6 or so years old, but my parents had taken my brother and I to a drive-in theater, which is the outdoor theaters.
Yeah.
And we just finished watching like a Clint Eastwood movie. We just finished watching it. So we're leaving. We're leaving. And I'm on the back seat. And I'm looking in the back seat and I see this whole other screen where a guy's flying through the air, delivering kicks, and he's fighting. He's doing all these movements. And I'm here like this. Whoa, who's that? I want to see that. And so again, the seed was planted, and and again, it goes and it evolves. It goes from that's what I want to do. That's who I want to be. That's to then going through the process, doing it, and then obviously, and then you go through this process of learning, and then you start to respect what you're learning because of what you can do.
Definitely,
And
yeah.
and then you become a teacher, and then the fact that you're influencing somebody and guiding somebody the way that you were influenced, and what I'm a teacher of teachers. So I teach my teachers how to teach the students, and and you can see the generations, and it's just a privilege. It's a privilege to be in that role. It's a privilege to be,
You can
to
you can
experience that.
see you can see the generation from back when you were
Yeah,
younger as you got older, and then as I get older,
yeah,
then I
and
can see
listen,
now this generation is
you
it's
know,
like wow.
it's crazy. It's actually really crazy because I'll have students that were like children that, for one reason or the other, they studied with us for a while, and then they left because their family moved, or whatever the situation was. And they came back as an adult, and I taught their children. So it just says how old I am, which is kind of ancient, but it's but but it kind of also, it's kind of an amazing experience, because you're literally seeing generations of somebody that you had taught, and the fact that the time that you had spent with them was so influential, that they felt a need that, if a family member of theirs wanted to take martial arts, that's the place they wanted to go to. And it's great. It's a wonderful feeling, and it's wonderful to be, in that role. Just, I love that. I really, really love that.
Here's a question. I always wanted to ask a higher master myself, or higher abilities on it. What's your favorite martial arts, like animal technique? Because usually you got monkey kung fu, then you got snake, and then you got a few other more, and tiger claw. What's your favorite?
It's kind of funny, because I had this discussion with somebody recently, and it's almost like asking somebody, "Hey, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite song?"
It's usually like that.
And it depends, because as we mature, it I would be very surprised if somebody said, "This is my all-time favorite color, and I don't like any other color," or "This is my all-time favorite song, and I don't like," everything's second to that, because it depends on how our mood is. And because some certain colors make us feel one way, and other colors make us feel another way. Somebody wants a little camera time.
You're back
Well,
again.
yeah, Amelia.
Aw.
It's funny because she doesn't like to be seen on the camera, though. She's just her curious nature. But for me, um, I mean, it's kind of I would almost say kind of a cliche answer, but all of it. I love all of it, because whether it be a mantis system, whether it be a crane system, whether it be a tiger system, whether it be a snake system, whether it be any one of those, everything from tai chi to Wing Chun. It can be any one of those. What I teach is a system called Bakfudo. Bakfu
Oh,
in Chinese is white tiger. It's a white tiger system of kung
I've
fu.
heard of white tiger.
So it's the way of the white tiger. So that's the system that I mainly teach. I also teach another system of martial arts called Tianshan Pai. Tianshan is a province in China. So Tianshan, and it's a particular northern style kung fu that's been made famous out of that area in China. So
Oh wow.
it's hard to say this is my favorite. There's areas that I put more time into, but I quite honestly love all martial arts. I really do, because it all goes towards that same direction, and it's that commonality. It's I've had the great privilege of traveling all over the world, and even though that you don't know that particular culture, you may not know the language, but what brings you together is the martial arts, and is there's just that common understanding that you don't need an interpreter, you don't need a translator for that. You just come together because of that. And through my career, I've experienced that many times,
You
and
you you've
it's
done
been
a
great.
lot in your times.
Yeah, it's
You've
been
done
it's
a
been
lot. I gotta admit.
it's been a good run. It's been a good run.
I can imagine. My other question is, through your movie and your martial arts experience as running in school, um, have you trained anyone particular really well known to the martial arts industry or film and acting? Have you trained anyone very famous or
You know,
um,
it's funny that you say that. I have not trained somebody that was necessarily very famous, although I've had a great privilege of working with somebody on set where we would have to go through um, a period of fight choreography, which is in essence it's training.
Yeah.
And one of which there's a American actor that was really well known back in the day. His name is Michael Pare, and really famous for movies like Streets of Fire, and oh my god, I forgot the other one, but he's very well known for. He was an A-list actor, and he and I had a fight scene. So in one of the films, we had an actual fight scene back and forth.
Wow.
Um, and I asked him, "So when was the last time you really had a fight scene like this?" He says, "Not since Streets of Fire when I fought William Defoe. Me and William Defoe just went at it." And again, these guys are up there. So I have not taught somebody very famous, but I've had the privilege of working through fight choreography and actually having scenes with famous individuals back and forth, and that's been a great thing. That's been a wonderful
O-
process there.
Okay, so I'm looking at your MB, the site where you
Oh yeah,
blog
the
audio.
IMDb, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And guys, you really need to go onto the MB site and leave a recommendation. Watch the films and leave them a recommendation. I love his films. The only one I'm having trouble to find is the Infinity Project, 'cause I really want to watch it right now.
Okay.
Uh,
You know what I'll do is, if you can't find it, I'll get you a copy, bro. I'll get you.
oh, dude, that'd be great if you can. That'd be great. It's a few films I've recognized already, so for interesting, if you guys want to find out what his films he's been in quite a few. The end. I cannot say that one, but give me a minute. This is a problem with dyslexia. Sometimes it doesn't really.
Don't worry, brother. Don't worry. I have trouble remembering the films I've been in. Actually,
Oh,
there's the IMDb.
there it is. See, that's how I do my job. That's
There
how
you
I
go.
do my job.
It's this thing right here. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Yeah, it's the way I've approached this is I haven't had a great opportunity to reflect too much and on like some of the past projects,
Yeah.
because I'm so grateful that I've always had that next project coming up, you know, uh, lined up, and so you're literally going from you know one project, and once it's done you kind of push it to the side so you can just jump into the next project, and then when that's done you're pushing that one to the side so you can get really focused on this other one. And you know um and certain projects, I have to say, like my role is in as Father Michael in the Demon Fighter. That role stayed with me, really stayed with me.
I
So
can imagine.
yeah, I want to say, and I never had that experience before in any other project where, I had been having dreams slash nightmares about me in that film, and me being that
Did
character.
that actually cause you a psychological thing then? And
It's funny. It's funny you say that because I've heard a lot of other actors.
like Jim
They
Carrey had it really badly with the Grinch.
Yeah, yeah. They
So
take
yeah,
that, they take it with them, and there's
yeah.
some method actors that really kind of live that character, every day of their lives, so that they can really bring it out. And I have a lot of respect for actors that take it to that level. But when they say, okay, you know, when it's the final shot, and they yell cut, it's a wrap, and that's the last scene of the film, and you're done. You feel this amazing sense of accomplishment and relief and gratitude, and all these emotions kind of hit you. But what I experienced is that when you walk away from the project, the character state is still there, and a lot of the characteristics of the person, and the mentality of it is still deeply inside you, because you're being that person, day in day out. And for myself, for Demon Fighter, it was 21 or so days of shooting. So it was a day in, day out. You're that person, from a 12-hour shoot to maybe a 16-hour shoot. And so you take it with you. You carry it with you. So it's really, it was such a bizarre experience for me. And I have a lot of respect again for those that do these very, very intense characters. But yeah, but
It it sounded like a very emotion one. It sounded like a very
yes,
something was really close to, and it actually opened one of your mind as when you were a child or as an adult. And it must have, as you've grown up, it must have opened an area where
yeah, yeah.
it keeps
Drew,
really close.
Drew, you hit it right on point. You just
Yeah.
you hit the nail right on the head. You're exactly right. There were some scenes in there that triggered some suppressed uh, childhood experiences, and I do remember one scene that it triggered it, without giving the scene away. And I was in that state of mind well after they said cut, let's move on to the next scene. I couldn't snap out of it. It was that emotional for me. And so it says a lot about the crew, though. It says a lot about the director, David Espinosa, Craig Aarons. It says a lot about the team that
Oh.
brought that out of me. And again, I really credit them for getting me to that point where I was able to like release those like little demons inside me. But you hit it right on the head. It was, it's from past experiences that it was triggered, and it came out.
It happens. It happens. It's like the same in the paranormal field for me when I do my ghost hunts. Now everyone they can say what they want to say in the paranormal field. It's the same like in movie producing. They put you down or they ever put you up. They like you because you got more numbers. They like you because you got respect, or they
Mhm.
dislike you if you just like stand your ground.
Yeah.
And the bigger problem I had in my paranormal field is I can't go anywhere where it's mental social hospitals. I can't go anywhere with that certain scene. I struggle really bad because I had a father. I'm allowed to say this because he is now dead and he passed
Mhm.
away in 2013.
I'm
My
sorry.
father, oh no, don't apologize. My father, he was pretty cool, but a bit of an asswipe, but still, again, he's still my father.
Exactly.
Okay. He was already on bad on drugs,
Yeah.
and this is
Sorry.
where I learned it. This is where I learned me where to um not to touch drugs in life and try and keep people alive. So my father was in a mental touch hospital called
Mhm.
Kevin Coyd in Swansea, one of the well-known hospitals as mental touch hospitals. He was sectioned under the mental health act of schizophrenia because the drugs
Mhm.
affected his mind. When he died, it did shock me, believe it or not. It did actually mentally shock me because I never saw him as a child. But as I grew up, I was a man to stand on my ground and, got that manly life. When I got to know him pretty well, he was actually really funny. He was actually really, really down to earth. All right, he was still on the drugs. I tried to help him get off it,
Yes.
but it was too late. And he told me one day, he said, "Son, I'm gonna die in 2013. Sorry, why do I say 18? I'm gonna die in 2013." A couple of days after my marriage, he actually passed away with cardiac arrest. He had too much stuff on his. Now, this is where I'm going to tell you now. This is where the same type of thing has happened.
Mhm.
He, when I was a kid, I used to go back and forth to a mental hospital because my first dead body was actually, I think I was about 5 and 6,
Wow.
roughly about that. I saw my first dead body, not in a coffin, someone else.
Yeah.
So it made me really, really poorly. Actually, it did make me poorly. It did make me be schizophrenic or mental health. It made me scared of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and my dad was going back and forth. And I remember going into the hospital one day, walking through to the hospital, and I swear to God, I was seeing a lot more things was happening. I actually seen people actually having certain treatments. I was starting to get nightmares where blokes and females were getting electric shock treatments to their
Wow.
brain and actually having pins in them. And ever since then, I couldn't step a foot into a mental touch hospital.
Mm.
I couldn't. Because even when I do ghost hunting, I kind of like can't walk in there. I can't. I go into a major breakdown. I go into a freak out. Last
Mhm.
time I went there, it scared me. Last time I went to a mental hospital now, there was with a little team. I actually had a freak out. I couldn't tell them. I couldn't tell anyone
Yeah.
because that's my personal moment. But
Mhm.
I was actually scared of the mental hospital because I got a massive bond connection there. So it
Mhm.
did open mind, and that's why I'm telling you on my live and everyone else. It's okay to be afraid of something, or it's okay to go
Yeah.
through emotion because that area reminds you of something has happened, and it's okay to release that area out. But
Mhm.
sometimes I get scared myself, and sometimes it opens certain boxes where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is not good. So then I have to read backwards and thank enough to all my mates and audience I got, they kind of like really, really supported me in that sort of line. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because a lot of people go through stuff in many different ways. Filming, ghost hunting, working,
Yeah.
anything day to day. It's natural for our brains to be like this because it's a normal cause to our brains to say,
Yeah.
it touches into emotions. It means you love something, but also you could be scared of something.
Mhm.
And that's why that's something that's very close to you. And that's, I say a lot of something because it doesn't matter what it is, it could be anything to anything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're actually doing really well on our time. We're actually gone over and it's amazing.
That's great.
All right, so it's coming to our end of our show.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Why
These are
was wrong?
hard. These are hard times, brother. These are hard times when you say stuff like that.
It's I'm so sorry.
These are hard times,
We
man.
could I could go a little bit longer.
No,
Could
no,
go
go away. Yeah, I think we
no?
both have to. Both have to go eventually.
Yeah, we have to eventually go. But bro, it's really important knowing the UK are there for you and you're there for us. Um I hope you got a website I can go to buy a t-shirt because I'm literally getting it ordered and delivered down here.
Brother, just
Um
do this. Send me your address and then we'll and what size and we'll get some stuff to you.
Look, the word I'm going to use on DTV, please don't take it offensive for anyone. I'm a fat bugger, okay? I like 4XL, okay? Just make sure it's not leather. Oh my god. Can you imagine getting a leather off a big giant guy? The sweating palms!
We're gonna start your training right away.
Okay, I don't mind that. We'll explain the healthy conditions and we'll change the food diet.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready to pull these
you
up.
are ready. You are ready. You are. That's great.
Okay, guys. So what you need to do is, if you want to find out what John does, well, first of all, go and check his MB because he has got an awesome MB, straight out. He's worked in so many films. He's worked with so many amazing people, especially the demon. I can never get it right. How do you say it again?
Demon Fighter, which is coming up.
Demon Fight is coming up really important.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get told off from Greg or Dave on that one. I know I am. Demon Fighter, okay, guys, majorly come and watch it because
Yeah.
obviously the name is in it, and paranormal people, if you like them, then yeah, obviously come straight into it and watch it. It's gonna be brilliant. I hope you like a bit of ghost and fighting. Okay, not only that, go and find out KO Kung Fu School. Is that correct? KO
Yeah,
Kung Fu School?
yeah. They can at any point in time they can go kokungfu.com, or we're on Instagram, Facebook. So you can just look me up, John Ozuna, on either one of those. My handle, on Instagram is at John Ozuna. The last name's Ozuna. So yeah, just connect and we'll chat and make it all good.
Definitely. This guy is such a legend. He's met quite a few people I know. But I also just gotta let you know, bro. I finally bought Jackie Chan's autograph signature sign.
Did
So
you?
yeah, finally did. Cost us, but it was worth it.
All
It was
right.
worth it.
All right.
So I was like, but if you ever get to bump into Jackie Chan, bring him this way. Tell him come on DTV.
Exactly.
Tell
You
him
know,
tell him his
I,
student is waiting to you.
I, I definitely will. I definitely will. Yeah, I did bump into him years ago, but not lately.
Nah, I think he's retired, didn't he now? He's actually
He's still
retired.
doing films. He's still working. He's doing less and
Seriously?
less. Yeah, he's still doing films. A lot of them are either out of surprisingly like Australia and obviously in China produced.
He does like Australia a lot, though. I know that for
Yeah,
a
he
fact
does.
because
He
a
does.
lot of films are done in Australia.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does. But yeah, he's a good guy. He's a really good guy.
He is. He's a good singer too. Um, all right, guys, let's come to an end of a great show. I hate it when we gotta end it. I hate it. I
Yeah,
hate
yeah. Same here.
it. Okay.
That's pretty good acting, brother. That's good. I think I'll be okay.
I think I'm in emotion right now because we're
Yeah.
about to end. Oh, but it's just ending with the ending of life. Okay, so guys, if you want to know how to get onto the show, all you got to do is message us on DTV and say, "Hey, Drew," or "Hey, gang, I would love to come on your show." Or if you get a message from me, have a little think about it. All right, you might have heard some bad things, but John would tell you, actually, the show is bloody amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It might be a bit weird and on the side, but it gets the
Okay.
job done.
It's okay. You get the word out, gets the job done. We chat, talk about just about everything. We talk about just about everything. So it's always
Not
fun.
the not the sexual stuff, okay? Because we don't do that, all right?
Hmm.
Oh,
I don't know
oh,
about that.
okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great honor having you, John, back on. Maybe you come
Thank you,
back on
brother.
a couple of weeks' time or a couple of months' time.
Yeah. I'll get you caught up on, especially when I think when Demon Fighter comes out, come January. Hopefully it'll be January again within the first quarter. But yeah, definitely, I'd love to and just let people know about Demon Fighter.
If you can bring some of the crew on, ask them to come on, like with you when we do the next live. Ask them to come on to the show, all of us at once,
That'd be
and
great.
then that kind of be kind of cool because then we've got the whole team of demon fighters, and
Yeah.
then they just get recognized out there, isn't it? Really? Wow. Okay, so guys, before we go, okay. It is that time of year. We had the hard situation of coronavirus, okay, from all over the countries. Um, Remember to give respect to your care workers,
Mhm.
support workers, okay? Even annoying police, okay? Even they being a pain in the butt in the UK at the moment because they're treating their people wrong, but
Mhm.
still have that respect. Um, Now, also, it's coming to Christmas, guys.
Mhm.
And me and Taylor's having discussion about what can we do to give you guys a good Christmas. Now, we all had good news. We can have 3 households up together in the UK for Christmas. So me and Taylor said, hey, should we go and do this? So before Christmas, DTV is going to do an enter competition type of thing. And I might bring John involved because John is just awesome. Um,
I'd be honored.
so basically, me and Taylor have been thinking about getting some of these in for you guys. These are the bands me and Taylor wears, and
Wow.
my friends, my two best friends around us. We're gonna be giving these away with some of DTV stuff. Now, you're wondering, are we actually gonna give them away? Yes, we are, because my main count holder, who is on a different part of the country with me. um, they got all the merch and stuff what we need out there, and we're gonna create a DTV, or as known as Drew's little army page. So then we call it Drew's TV Army page. That means you're part of a supporter page, and we support anyone who supports us, and you also get a band. We are in the middle of sorting it out as we talk, but they're pretty cool. They are pretty cool.
Pretty sweet. I like it.
My wife wears hers all the time. I wear mine. A little friend of mine, Mr. Blake, is having one as well. We're gonna send John one down as well.
Sweet.
So yeah, we are. We actually need your dress. That's why as well. We got a few things talking the backstage. We're actually gonna do some really cool, guys, to lighten up your little bit Christmas page. Sorry about that, guys. We're gonna lighten up about your Christmas time as well, so that's gonna be all sorted. Don't forget, we have got a Christmas page, which I'll get out quickly because I don't want to forget my names. It's St. Nicholas Magical Christmas page. Now, guys, we have got major big opportunities for you. We have got some actors might be possibly coming on talking about their Christmas pass onto our show. It's 12 days of Christmas. So it's called 12 Days of Christmas. Me and another person from a different team is come together and actually said, hey, shall we do this? And we're actually going to do it. Now, we got a lot of movie actors, so we're going to have you on as well, John. Oh, yeah, we're going to nag you. We're going to nag you. We're going to get you out there on Christmas. Now, this Christmas...
Only if Amelia comes on, too. There we go.
Oh, Amelia comes on as well, my sweetie. Oh. So, also... we're trying to get our Christmas page up and running because in the next couple of weeks now, me and a few other guys, again, officially together for a Christmas special. We even gone so far contacting Santa Claus, but also not the only ones. I am waiting for an email from the Christmas Chronicles as well.
That's great. Wow.
So I don't know if you've seen that movie yet, bro. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
No, not yet. Not bad.
Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah,
you haven't seen it yet. It's literally just been released today. If you haven't seen it, then you guys need to watch it because it's like really epic. Literally over 250,000 people already watched it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Wow. The Christmas Chronicle, over 250,000 lady watched it already. It's crazy how many. It's nuts. But if you guys want to go and check out the page, please go and check out St. Nicholas Magical Christmas page. It is run by a fabulous woman, Rachel, from one of my mods, and most of my mods as well, but she runs it mainly most. And she's been absolutely amazing supporting the St. Nicholas page to get you guys out there. Now, guys, before we end this live, make sure you follow us and also mention about us and leave a comment. We asked for reviews. John, can you leave us a review after, please, on
DTV?
Absolutely. Cheers, man.
You bet.
We need you guys to give us reviews, tell us what we can get right and what's wrong. We noticed we had a few glitches, but now we're coming back to running up and running. So now we're going to get back involved, getting this done properly and making sure you get to speak to movie actors you want to speak to and get to know the fabulous fun behind the scenes. What happens? Now, this guy comes to behind his work and he's literally funny as heck, but he's also met quite a lot of people. All right. Wow.
Wow, brother. You said a mouthful. You said a mouthful. Wow.
Try and be a rapper. That's a problem. I'm a rapper with a mixer. I can feel like the music. Now I'm joking. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You know, they rap really quick. Can you imagine rapping like really, really quick?
I can't, no.
You take a breath and you're like, Everybody like this and listen to me. And oh my god, I try to do it sometimes and I fail. But my favorite, before we go, I'm enjoying this chat show. I am today. My favorite voices I like to do on my days. I love doing it for the giggles, just to wind them up. I love doing it. I could do Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, do you want to hear it, Ian?
Yeah, you should have done the interview that way.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for you.
Stitch, there's little Stitch. Stitch, man, on a Stitch.
That's good.
So then we got this one. My precious ring.
That is good, buddy. You should do voiceovers.
It takes whiles though. The best one I've recently learned. Do you know Camila out of Peter Griffin?
Yeah.
Ready now? Watch this now. Ready? My wife giggled at this. Let's see if I could do it on camera. Okay, it's been a while. No, my name is Camila. No, Peter's not here. No, Ghana. It's Ghana.
That is pretty good, brother.
It's that Ghana. It's just practice and practice. You just need to do it. Hello, Camila. Hello.
That is good.
Mr. Peter's not here. No. No. Me don't speak any English. No.
Exactly. No. That's pretty good.
So,
like, no, exactly. Oh my God, that's pretty good, buddy. You that's something else you should be doing.
I always wanted to do voiceover acting. It's so funny. It's so many things I want to learn. It's like, the best one is Mr. Potter, Harry Potter. I'm very posh, you know. Oh, yeah, I know. Adventure fun, yeah, I know. This is adventure, whoa, yeah. And then, dude, I literally make my wife giggle. Sometimes I make a few people. And most people go, that's just crap. And I'm like, thank you very much. That's my pleasure to make you feel crap. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You got a lot of voices there. You got a lot of voices. That's not bad. Do you watch Family Guy? Do you watch Family Guy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Family Guy's like a legend.
I have to admit, I watch a little Family Guy too.
Yes. Rock on. Family Guy's like the legend of like Camilla, and Peter Griffin's just a wild guy. Like, hey, I got learning disabilities. So what? You don't think I put? Oh, crap. You know, Family Guy is one of them things I got because I got global delay development. And one of the series actually caught my eye. Peter Griffin got diagnosed with learning disabilities, with like learning difficulties. And this big, chubby guy with glasses and with a double chin, I was like, he's got flaming comedy behind him, all right? I said to my wife, I said, I wish I can get away with half of the stuff he does. I tell you. I tell you, that Family Guy stuff is violent to my eyes.
Yeah. Yes, I can go on and on about Family Guy, brother. Just like
half the things they do.
Just Stewie alone. Just
Stewie. Oh God, Stewie. Stewie speaks that proper British sound voice, doesn't he? Yeah. It's really hard to do his voice. I tried it last time, and it didn't work. I can't do Stewie. I want to give it a go. But it takes like months to do over voice acting, and I'm like,
that's a whole other talent.
It is. Hey, if you ever want me to become a demon on your next movie,
buddy, you know what? I've got Hollywood calling me right now. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take this call, brother. I'm gonna have to take this call because it's about a role. So, brother, I'm gonna have to get off right now. I really enjoyed this time, buddy. You're awesome. Keep the show going. let me know. I'm sure some people want to see this that missed it. So let me know. When you get a chance to post it on your social media so people can see it.
Definitely I will. I'll see you later, man. Thank you for coming
Okay,
on.
brother. You take care. You have good. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to run on
It's
this
okay.
again.
It's okay. Thank you for coming on, ladies and gentlemen. That was John. He's an amazing guy.
Bye, guys.
Have a good day, man.
Take care. Yeah, have a good one, buddy.
See you later, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that was John. From a lot of films I'm not gonna say out there now. Should I? Nah, I haven't got time. I went over my hours just for you guys to have a bit of fun. Thank you for watching Drew TV, also known as aka DTV. We have got miniatures building up. You guys need to share more. It's crazy. Thank you for all your likes and love hearts. And hopefully you can support us on YouTube channel as well. And just really have fun before you think about the next following day. Try not let all this stuff get to you. Enjoy the upcoming season. Thank you for being on DTV. My name is Drew, guys. Well, yeah, that's about it. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.